Hello, welcome to Tony's Bonsai. I've got a really nice juniper here. It's got some great shape and great structure already, but I'm just thinking I can tweak it to improve the line of the trunk. So let's take a closer look. I did some basic structural wiring to this tree last year. So I added some movement to the trunk, and the branch structure, it seems pretty decent, but I want to see if I can improve and make this more interesting. I planned this to be the front. So we've got a nice branch here. Nice alternating branches, got some back branches, and it works really well. And I could definitely just cut this off here. I could chop it there, make this the apex of the tree, and it would be quite nice. It'd have quite nice shape. However, what I'm thinking is, can I make this more interesting? Can I sort of tighten this bend and then twist this back on itself to make a really interesting taller tree? And that's my plan. I've applied vet tape and 2 coils of wire all along this section of the trunk, and now I should be ready to try to increase this bend and do something with the top. I'm going to start off first of all by trying to increase this bend, and I don't think it should be too much of a problem. That went down fairly easily there, that was quite easy because the bend was basically already in place. I was just increasing the curve of it, and that went very easily. Now I'm pleased with that. I might add a little more bend to it after I've dealt with this top bit. This top bit wants to be a twist and a turn, bringing this round through, hopefully around 180 degrees from somewhere like here, roughly. So I'll just start twisting and then moving further along as I twist and continuing to bring that round like that. So we've got quite an S, and before I do any more with this top section now, I can increase the bend of this big trunk. So with a bit of luck, I can just bring that down like that. You would have been able to see what I was doing a bit more easily if I'd removed these branches around here so that you could see. But I don't necessarily want these to go, so it'd be crazy just to cut them off. And I'm quite happy with how this is going, but I want to get this just coming around a little more. Like that, round to the front. There. Now that I'm beginning to see this shape, which I really like, I'm beginning to think, can I go more extreme? You know, can this come even more down? Just, you know, these junipers, they are pretty flexible. I don't want to put any more pressure on this joint, so I'm thinking if I can apply some bend a bit further along here. So get the bend there, that's it. So I've not put any more pressure further up. Right, how does that look? Ah, yeah, that's really coming down. And I think I want that to go away a little bit to clear it from this branch. So it's just a question then of just pushing that back. That's kind of cleared this branch, which is good. I think the top of that branch will probably come off because that's going to be in the way. In fact, that is one that I can remove because I don't see that in the final composition. I want to see this structure of the tree. And the reason that I'm trying to add forward and backward movement is I don't want it to be too much of an S. I want it three-dimensional. And to increase that three-dimensionality, I'm wondering if I can rotate this way. So from round here, I want this to come this way, and I'll try to do that by gripping this wire with the pliers and then bringing this round like that. There we go. So this one's coming down, and then this one is going back, and that's stopping it being an S shape now, because it's really adding some nice twisting kind of movement into this tree. Now, realistically, I know I said I won't remove these front branches, but if this is the front, will I be wanting this? Almost definitely not. But that's a decision that I wouldn't want to make too soon, because there's a possibility that the tree might actually be best from this other side. You know, it is possible. And actually, as I come round here, it does begin to look quite good. I'll show you. From what I thought initially was the back of the tree, we begin to see the trunk moving away, coming up, dipping nicely back down here, and then sort of coming up towards us, which it is quite nice. I do like it. I'm just wondering though, could this be turned upwards a bit so it wasn't as straight dropping down? So there, that's better. That adds a bit more space in here, which I like. I don't want to make a decision on the front yet. I really don't. So I won't remove any branches, because it could be either. I want to keep the design fluid. Instead of this just coming up, I can bring that down. I'm just always trying to add this sort of interest to it, so it's quite contorted and moving around, and fairly compact as well. Yeah, I quite like that. The hats had to come off. I got a bit of a sweat on doing that. Hopefully you could see what I was doing. I won't be able to see until I edit it. But this is the second sort of styling. I did the initial stuff 12 months ago, and then now I could move on to this, and I'm really looking forward to the summer when I can remove this wire and hopefully start building some foliage pads and turning this into more of a classical looking bonsai. So exciting stuff. It's my birthday today, so I'm off for a walk at the seaside with my family and get some fish and chips. And then next year, the big 30. So as always, thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.